so excited about tonight's show because we're cooking with a great ingredient, beer. Oh. Now, I know most of you drink it. Some of you probably wash your hair with it. I never thought about that, actually. It's kind of disgusting when you really think about it. Well, I will save that for later. Tonight, I'm going to cook with it. It makes a great leavener for batters. And one of my personal favorite dishes, not only from growing up with it, but even today, I still, at least once a week, my English-style fish and chips. We're going to do that tonight. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. And beer. It's fantastic as a marinade. And we're going to marinate this chicken dish. Do a beer brine chicken. Wait till you see this thing. Oh, notches unknown. I'm telling you right now. Unknown. And it also brings a lot of depth and flavors with certain dishes. Like, I'm going to show you the simple braised cabbage and beer dish that we're going to do, too. Fantastic. Oh, and you know what? Doc Gibbs and the Emerald Lab Band. Oh, yeah. And then, you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to show you how to make ice cream with beer. Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. Beer, beer, and more beer. You know where? Right here on Emerald Lab. So excited. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show.
Nice to see you.
See, these aren't the cheap seats, huh? Boy, let me just quickly, it's a pretty technical subject, but just going to try to make it easy. We always try to do that in the beginning of the show of the subject that we're doing. Let's break beer down for a minute. Basically, you've got three components of making beer. You've got hops, okay? Even it's kind of stinky, you know? Smells like some weed somewhere or something. I don't know. But anyhow, hops. Then you got the cereal part of it. You know, barley, right? Malt. So you got hops, the cereal pot, barley. And the third component of the beer is yeast. Okay? Yeast. Now, if you don't have yeast inside of your beer, then it would be non-alcoholic. Because the yeast is what, with the sugar, sort of fermentates, makes the gases and then the beer, alcohol, you know what I mean. But, you ever realize how many different beers there are? I mean, look at this one. This is an ale, a lot of ales. There are porters. We see that okay, Buck? Then you have Guinness, which I told you is a stout. I'm going to show you how. I know it sounds crazy, but wait till you taste this ice cream later on. And then this is a lager. And then you have this Weiss beer. That's the one that's pretty light, and you slice a lemon with it. And this is a Bock. And this is one that you can't even pronounce. So why bother even drinking it, right? That's the way I look at it. Okay, we're going to start by making a simple sort of English-style beer batter. Fantastic. I love this fish and chip thing. But what we're going to do, like in London, real chips. Not French fries, but chips. So I peeled the potato, dried them real good. 360 degrees, my vegetable oil is getting warm. And what we'll do is we'll add those chips in there and start to fry them. They Nice to have you, ladies.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, nice to have you. Tricks coming all show longs. Hang in there. Now, I've got flour. And then we're going to add some baking powder. A little bit of salt. Bam. Then we need about a cup of beer. I'm using this pale ale stuff. Pretty good stuff, actually. About a cup of beer. But this is like a cup and a half, so that's the good thing about cooking like this. Cook with some, drink with some. Hey, you know all about those 2 beer-roos, you know? So we're going to add the beer. See, in the yeast and all of the flavor from the barley and the hops makes this a really delicious batter and simple. That was 1 egg, a touch of milk, because it's going to give it some creaminess. So now what we're going to do, now we've got the beer batter. And what you want to do, folks, is be sure you get all the lumps out of it first. And I'll show you the consistency of what it should be like as soon as I get all the lumps out of it. Now, another way that you could do that is you could aerate or sift your flour. That will take care of some of them. But you want to make sure that you got all the lumps out and it's really quite smooth. This is the consistency that it should be in. You see that? Just enough to really coat a spoon. It's another big fancy cooking term. Yeah, I'm coating a spoon tonight. So, we've got that ready. The batter's ready. Our chips are coming along. Now, what kind of fish? For me, probably because of growing up, I like to use codfish. Or you could use haddock. Whatever you use, just make sure it's fresh. You know, that's what people, they say, oh, I don't like fish. What do you mean you don't like fish? Oh, yeah, it stinks. I hate to tell you, but you're eating bad fish if it stinks. If you eat fresh fish, it doesn't stink. See, I could sleep with this. I wouldn't, you know? You know what I mean? All right. While we're waiting on our chips, Doc is going to rock out. Stick around. We'll be right back. Cliff Charles, Teddy on drums. Welcome back, kids. Hey, we're really cooking here, you know? Cooking with beer tonight. Oh, yeah. Having a little, too. So, as you can see, we really cook here on the show, you see? When the chips get nice and golden brown, a little bit of... What is this, Lawrence Welk?
What is
You gotta be kidding me, right? What is that? Tiny bubbles in my fish and chips. Tiny bubbles. What is this?
Tiny bubbles, man.
Oh, my God. Folks, those of you at home, I promise you, we had no idea that that was going to happen. We have an idea who did it, okay? You know, his first initial, J. But that's okay. Yeah. So, it stopped, thank God. Getting back to the chips. Oh, only on Emerald Live. Now, the chips. chips get nice and golden brown, what you want to be sure to do, folks, okay, is season them, at least with a little salt when they come out, because, see, that's what they're... Oh, distribution. It's a distribution thing, you see. It just, you know, it could be like... So we got the chips. Now you can ask yourself, Self, do you like the skin on your fish and chips? No. Me either. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find the skin here, hopefully. So you just get it sort of started like that, and then we'll just take our knife, hold on to the back of the skin. No skin. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to season our flour with some essence, and we're going to season the fish too, because now it's happy. And then it depends how big you want your fish, you know, like about pieces like such. Works good for me. Now, this is a little big. Plus, that's an extra piece for me. So now what we do, folks, you ready? Get your vegetable oil clean on the stove. If you're doing this on the stove, obviously at home, you want to be sure that your pot is only about 60% full with oil, because it's going to expand not only from what we're adding in it, but just from the heat. Get one of those thermometers. Make sure it's about 360, because you don't want to, you know, redecorate. Now, dredge it inside of the seasoned flour, and then into the beer batter. You see? Tiny bubbles, man. And then really careful, and we'll put it right in our oil, like that. Let's get a couple of pieces going in here. I'm so excited about sharing this new chicken dish with you. I've got a story I'm going to tell you in a second, but... And people think that you just have to totally submerge your hands in this batter. Is that what I was saying? Right, okay. Boy, this is a rough group tonight. Whoo! Bubbles.
Yeah.
I guess he was thinking that there's bubbles in beer, so it would be appropriate.
Maybe so.
Probably,
Maybe
right, Doc?
so. But still, he should have told us it was going to happen.
Right. You were totally surprised?
We were all surprised, man.
Cliff could have been injured.
Oh, it floored me. Yeah, it floored me, man.
Cliff, you could have been injured.
I'm glad I got insurance.
I know. It's unbelievable. But anyhow, so we're going to add our fish in here now, folks. Get about 4 pieces in here, and then we'll let this cook. It will generally float to the top when the fish is done. Let's check it out. See? It'll float to the top. And then we want to just kind of, you got to watch it like a donut. You got to kind of turn it over. It's only going to get brown on one side, and I'm going to show you that. You can just do it with like a little stick like this, you see? Get a shot of that, will you? See, I'm going to turn this like this here. Doesn't that look fantastic? Oh, one of my favorite dishes. Tartar sauce or no tartar sauce. All right, while